Welcome to today's Explainer. Moving to a new country is a huge deal, but that massive headache called international paperwork? Yeah, we're fixing that today. We are taking the confusing, messy bureaucracy of international relocation and turning it into a super clear, totally actionable checklist. Let's just dive right in. So, planning a move to Qatar, that is incredibly exciting. But let's be honest for a second. Right alongside the thrill of packing your bags and dreaming up your new life, well, there's that sinking feeling, the sheer weight of navigating all this legal paperwork. It literally feels like an absolute maze. Because you're not just moving you, right? You have to legally transfer your entire identity, your qualifications, your history. But hey, don't sweat it. By the end of this explainer, you're going to be an absolute pro at getting this sorted. Here is how we're breaking it down today. First, why Qatar attestation even matters. Second, visas and the required documents. Third, the four-step attestation process itself. Fourth, costs, validity, and logistics. And fifth, finding an attestation setter. Let's hit it.
Starting with Section 1, why Qatar attestation matters. Proving your documents are genuine.
Basically, attestation is just a fancy word for verifying your documents. Think about it from the Qatari government's perspective for a second. They process thousands of documents every single day. Attestation is how they know for sure that your certificates aren't fake. If you try to skip this, an unbelievable amount of time gets wasted trying to verify things through international calls and emails. And here is the absolute crucial detail. Qatar is not part of the Hague Convention. What does that mean for you? It means a quick little Apostille stamp isn't going to cut it. You have to go through the full formal embassy legalization process. Moving right along to Section 2, visas and required documents. Matching your dreams to the paperwork. Look, your specific visa completely dictates what paperwork you actually need to care about. Not everyone needs the exact same stack of papers. So if you're going over on a work visa, you're going to need your birth certificate attested. Chasing that permanent resident visa, your educational degree certificate is an absolute must. Now, if you're hoping to bring your family over, which is amazing, you have to get your marriage certificate attested. And for a study visa, you'll need a police clearance certificate or a PCC. Figuring out your exact visa type is literally step 1. All right, let's get to the hero of our explainer. Section 3, the four-step attestation process, your roadmap to legalization. Your original documents are about to go on a little journey. It's like a ladder of authority. You don't just mail them straight to the Qatar Embassy and call it a day. No way. It's a multi-layered process, starting at the local level and working its way all the way up. Let's break down these stages. Here is the exact chronological path. Step 1. Notary attestation. You start locally. A notary checks your documents, and if they're legit, boom, stamp and signature. Step 2, things escalate to either the State Department or the Subdivisional Magistrate, the SDM. They scrutinize everything all over again and add their official mark. Step 3 is a big one, the Ministry of External Affairs, or MEA. They cross-check every single detail, and only when they are 100% satisfied do they attest it. Finally, Step 4, the Qatar Embassy in New Delhi. They verify all those previous stamps, do their own final check, and apply their seal. Now you're fully legalized. Now hold up. Let me give you a massive pro tip right here regarding Step 2. This is where people get stuck all the time. You usually have a choice between SDM attestation and State Department attestation. Listen, SDM attestation is way faster. We're talking 7 to 10 days. If you want speed, that is your route. The State Department route, that can drag out for 3 to 4 weeks. You should really only use the state route if your employer or the destination country explicitly demands it. Knowing that little detail, absolute game changer. It'll save you weeks of waiting. And when you finally get through all those abstract steps, you get the tangible prize. A fully legalized document is going to be covered in these official marks. The notary, the state stamp, that big prominent MEA stamp, and of course, the specialized sticker and official seal from the state of Qatar. Seeing all those stamps really makes the whole crazy journey feel completely worth it, doesn't it? That right there is exactly what you're aiming for. All right, Section 4, costs, validity, and logistics, what you need to prepare. Get your folders ready because here is your ultimate gathering checklist. First, you absolutely need the actual original certificates. The stamps go directly on the originals, not copies. Next, you need photocopies of your passport, specifically the front and last pages. Add to that photocopies of your educational mark sheets, and finally, a photocopy of a primary ID, like an Aadhaar card or a driving license. Once you've got this entire stack perfectly organized, honestly, you are halfway to the finish line. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how long are these stamps even good for? Well, while there isn't a strict universal rule, generally speaking, an attested document is considered valid for 6 months. Some places might accept older ones, but 6 months is your safe bet. And as for the cost, well, it's practically impossible to give you a flat rate right now. It constantly fluctuates based on your document type, current embassy fees, and whatever service you use. This is exactly why you want to use a genuine service provider. They can just give you a transparent, real-time quote without any guesswork. Which brings us to our final part today. Section 5, Finding an Attestation Center, Getting Safe Professional Help. Let's be real for a second. We are talking about your original, irreplaceable life documents being shipped across multiple government departments. If a birth certificate or degree gets misplaced, it's not just a minor headache. It is a full-blown nightmare that could derail your entire visa process. Safety is everything here. Secure Apostille Services offers genuine, incredibly safe professional support. And they have centers in dozens of major Indian cities: Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai, Ahmedabad, you name it. You get access to experts who handle this specific Qatari paperwork every single day, so your originals stay totally safe. If you're looking at this whole process and thinking, nope, I just want professionals to handle the whole shebang, you can reach out to Secure Apostille Services directly at 636-271-9850. Handing off this bureaucratic maze to experts who actually know what they're doing, yeah, that's usually the smartest move you can make. Well, we have covered a ton of ground today, right? From the why to the how to the exact steps and checklists. You now have the actual roadmap to conquer this paperwork maze. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Are your original documents organized and ready for the journey? Seriously, don't put this off until the last minute. Start gathering your paperwork today, use the checklist we went over, and take that first confident step toward your new life in Qatar. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I wish you the absolute best on your big move.